There is high confidence, as mentioned yesterday, that everything's going to meet up to get us a winter weather threat this weekend. The question is, with some uncertainty this morning, when does this start? How long does it last? And therefore, how much ice do we accumulate? It makes a big difference between this being a walk in the park, sort of whatever winter weather event, and perhaps more destructive in nature. Let's get into the details. First, with what we're waking up to this morning, not Arctic cold. It's the 50s to near 60 outside. We got some rain east of I-35, but it's already heading east, further east of I-35, and should be out of here by this afternoon. So a little 30% opportunity this morning, just keeping everything a little damp. On our way to some sunshine and temperatures in the low to mid 70s. More of the same tomorrow and Friday until finally this batch of Arctic air, namely on the border of the northern and southern territories, starts moving farther towards the south. Still very early in the game here. So we're going to continue to watch this Arctic air mass, its forward progress and its intensity as it makes its way into the northern U.S. That should be, especially by tomorrow when we get a better handle of this Arctic air mass. But for now, there are essentially two schools of thought. Here's one school of thought, that this cold front is not going to be as eager to get here rapidly on Friday and is instead holding off until Saturday morning, arriving in central Texas. That would be crucial for our forecast because it would delay the transition from showers and isolated thunderstorms to freezing rain, sticking to everything. The other school of thought, this front is overperforming, as oftentimes Arctic air masses do. We transition quickly to freezing rain, falling below freezing by Saturday morning, with a solid batch of that through the day on Saturday, and then another batch of freezing rain. Everything in pink here is showing ice accumulating as sleet or freezing rain heading into Sunday morning before finally, later in the day Sunday, this is all clearing out. So with those two options in mind, we're continuing to lean towards this being a strong cold front that arrives here faster and gets the party started before 6 a.m. with ice accumulating in parts of the hill country before 6 a.m. on Saturday, with an eventual transfer of those below freezing temperatures farther towards the east thereafter. If that happens, we're looking at least a glazing of ice, if not a quarter to even a half inch, according to a couple of computer models. Doesn't sound like much, but when you're talking about ice accumulation, a little goes a long way. A quarter to a half inch of rain, freezing rain, collecting on power poles, that leads to some outages. If we get more ice than that, then those issues become more widespread. That's in addition to the travel impacts, which we'll have all the way through Sunday and even early Monday before we finally climb above freezing.